We're at the 1 year mark. It's been a year since the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a pandemic. And on Tuesday, it'll be a year since the state of California announced that it was going to be going into shelter in place. The actual order began at midnight on the 17th of March. So, 1 year and over 530,000 deaths later, here we are. Now, I still remember when the federal government did the whole, I think it was 14 days to flatten the curve. It was a good idea. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work. It's not too far into it. Trump, who had endorsed it, wanted it to end. Wanted the economy to reopen. That's all he cared about. He just cared about the damn economy. Didn't care about people's lives. And for him, the only metric for the economy he cared about was the stock market. And not everybody plays the stock market. I don't. Some good news, though. Yesterday, the COVID-19 stimulus recovery bill that was passed in the House, went to the Senate, altered, passed there, and then sent back to the House, passed there again, went to Joe Biden's desk, and he signed it into law. He was going to do that today, but he got it yesterday, and he signed it, and I'm hoping it really does what it's supposed to do. And he also did a address to the nation last night, saying that he wants all adults to be eligible for the vaccine come May 1st. And by that point, I'll be able to get it. After getting COVID again in January, I have to wait 3 months. I am just about at the 2-month mark. I think I'm like a month and a half in. So, speaking of me, I'm still on medical leave. I don't go back till next month. Trying to get my strength back up. Weather permitting, I walk. We did have some rain here this week. And I'm doing some other strengthening exercises just to try to get my endurance back. That's been my problem, has been my endurance. So, I know I keep saying this, but the reset button got hit because I had finally been feeling better. And now here I am, right back at the beginning. Something that gets me, though, about the recovery bill that got signed into law yesterday is that it was passed purely on partisan lines. And then you got Minority Leader McConnell saying that, oh, well, the economy is going to be improved, but it's going to have nothing to do with this. And they were saying, oh, well, there's too many things that aren't related to COVID-19 that were in the bill. Who cares? Right now, I don't care. As long as we're getting relief for people during the pandemic, people who are unable to work, then, it's a good thing. It's not a perfect bill, but it's what we've got, and we make the best of it. And the other thing that gets me, too, is a lot of what's going on now, especially with the Defense Production Act having been invoked. That's all stuff that could have been done last year. Probably during the summer when we had a better idea of what was going on and when we were needing PPE. But it just was never done. Trump said, oh, I'll do it. He never did it. And then when the vaccines were starting to be produced towards the end of his presidency, he could have done it again then. He could have invoked the Defense Production Act like Biden did and get more vaccines made. But, for whatever reason, he didn't do that. So it's not a too little too late situation, but a lot of what's going on now should have happened before. We are playing catch up. we're in a better place than we were, but I'm afraid that we're already starting to get complacent. You know, we already had Texas decide to do away with mask mandates and reopen, and other states are thinking about doing that. Then you got the CDC saying, after you've been fully vaccinated, which means if you're doing the 2-dose vaccines, you've had both doses, and you wait a few weeks for everything to take hold, or you get the 1 dose, and again, you wait a few weeks for everything to take hold, then you can meet with other people who have been vaccinated. You can be unmasked around them, and it should be safe. I don't know. I think, for me, it's twice bitten, really shy. With having been sick twice, and I'm terrified if I get it again, that might be it for me, but we'll have to wait and see. One other thing I wanted to bring up has been, because if you look back at where we were last year, a lot of the advice we got from the scientists and from the medical professionals is a lot different than what we're getting now. And people started complaining, oh, well, the doctors don't know what they're talking about. What we have been seeing is science in real time. The recommendations given at the time were in accordance with the available data. As more data became available, guidelines changed. As we learned, we knew what better to do, so opinions were changed. That's not, not knowing what we're doing, that's just how science works. If science claimed to know everything, they wouldn't keep trying to learn. And especially in a pandemic, you gotta learn. So, we're a year in, folks. Let's hope it's not another year. So as always, wear your mask, wash your hands, be safe.